Hello everyone and welcome to the Nintendo 2DS XL Hack Guide. I'm your host Robles Jr. and in this video I will be walking you through step by step on how to fully hack your system and unlock its full potential. For this demonstration I will be using my new 2DS XL, and this method does work for the new 3DS XL as well. This method will not work for the old 3DS XL nor the old 2DS, so make sure it's the new model. Before beginning the guide, you must know the risks of hacking your console, and every time you modify your system, there's always the potential for an unrecoverable brick. They're very rare, but still a possibility, so make sure you follow all directions exactly. With that being said, I'm not responsible for anything that happens to your system. Please follow the steps carefully, and if you're not sure about something or you're hesitant, stop what you're doing and Google any questions you may have. This will bring up forums and all sorts of info that others may have already asked in the past and may have gotten an answer. You can always comment down below as well so we can start building the community off this video, and other enthusiasts will be more than happy to help here on the channel. No question is stupid, it's always better to be safe than sorry. So let's get started. First things first is to make sure your console is fully charged. And next you will need a PC, obviously, an SD card fully formatted to FAT32, which I will cover here very shortly, and finally an SD card dongle if you don't already have some sort of SD card reader on your laptop or PC. And all the links to these products will be in the description down below, and they are all affiliate links to Amazon. First thing we're going to do is power up our console and figure out what kind of system firmware we have. And in this video, the hack will cover firmwares of 11.4 to 11.13. Open up your system settings, and on the top screen you will see the firmware on the lower right hand corner. If you don't have the firmware of 11.4 to 11.13, you can stop right here. You may need to update your system or use another method of jailbreaking. Also, I'll have a link to the exact guide I'm using for this video in the description down below, so that way you can follow step by step exactly on what I'm doing in this video. Let's move on to properly formatting your SD card. Insert your SD card to your PC and go to the SD card format link down below. This will take you to ridgecrop.co.uk. Click on the picture to download the program, then open the FAT32 format program and select your SD card. Please make sure it's your SD card and not one of your PC drives. For your options on the program, just leave it as is, and make sure you close any windows that may have your drive open. If you have a window open viewing your drive files, it will bring up an error asking you to close it. Moving on to installing the Boot 9 strap via browser, go to the first link under the 2DS XL hack link section down in the description. We will then download 4 different files, the first one being the universal-other app. The second is the safe B9S installer. Next, you'll download the Boot 9 strap file, and we're not going to be using the dev kit nor the NTR file, just the standard Boot 9 strap. And finally, the latest release of Luma 3DS. Open up your SD card drive, and then we will copy the other app.bin file to the root of your SD card. We will then rename the file to arm11code.bin. Next, copy boot.firm and boot.3dsx from the Luma 3ds.zip folder to the root of your SD card. You can extract the folder by right-clicking and extracting the files. Make sure you have WinRAR or 7-zip to do so. If you don't have any of those programs, I will leave links in the description so you can download it install it on your computer, and begin extracting files. Next, create a folder named boot9 strap on the root of your SD card. And then we're going to extract the boot9 strap zip file, and we're going to copy the boot9strap.firm and the boot9strap.firm.sha from the newly extracted folder to the new boot9 strap folder on your SD card. And finally, we're going to extract the safe b9s installer zip file, and we're going to copy the safe b9s installer.bin file to the root of your SD card. Reinsert your SD card and power on your device. Launch the System Settings application and then navigate to your Internet settings and then to Connection settings. Click on your network connection slot and navigate to Change Settings. Then hit the next page with the right arrow and go to DNS. Set Auto Obtain DNS to No and then click Detailed Setup. Set both the primary DNS and secondary DNS to the following numbers. Make sure they're both the same, click OK, then click Save. When prompted, click Test to perform the connection test and it should succeed. Now you can power off your device. Turn your system back on and then launch your browser and go to the following URL. If you have successfully entered the URL, you should see a Proceed to Hacks button. Tap on the button, and if the exploit was successful, you will have booted into Safe B9S installer. Wait for all safety checks to complete. After it's done, when prompted, input the key combo given to install boot9 strap. Once it's completed, press A to reboot your device. Your device should have rebooted into the Luma 3DS configuration menu. If you get a black screen, make sure to follow the troubleshooting guide in the description down below. And use the A button and the D-pad to turn on the following: Show, NAND, or User String in System Settings. Press Start to save and reboot. Go back to your System Settings application and navigate to your Internet settings, and under Connection Settings, click on your network connection slot and navigate to Change Settings. Go to the next page by hitting the right arrow under DNS and set Auto Obtain DNS to Yes. Click OK, then click Save. When prompted, click Test to perform the connection test and power off your device. We will now move on to finalizing the setup, and during this process we will also set up 8 different programs. We have FBI, which installs CIA formatted games and applications. We have Animani 3DS, I think that's how you pronounce it, installs custom themes. Third one is Checkpoint. This backs up and restores save files for the 3DS and DS games. Next we have Luma 3DS Updater, updates your custom firmware installation easily. God Mode 9 is next, multi-purpose tool which can do NAND and cartridge functions. Homebrew Launcher Loader, DSP1, and CTR No Time Offset. So just make sure to download each one of these files. Open up your SD card drive on your PC and create a folder named 3DS on the root of your SD card. Create another folder called CIAS on the root of your SD card as well. Then copy the following files into the 3DS folder. First file is the CTR No Time Offset.3dsx, and the second file is the FBI.3dsx. Copy the remaining 6 files that end in CIA into the CIAS folder. Next, create a folder named Payloads in the Luma folder on your SD card. Then you want to right click on the God Mode 9 zip folder, extract it, and copy the God Mode 9.firm file into the Luma Payloads folder. Reinsert your SD card into your Nintendo 2DS and power it back on. Update your device by going to System Settings, then Other Settings, then going all the way to the right and using the System Update. Updates while using the B9S plus the Luma, which we have already on our SD card, are safe, so don't worry. Next, launch the Download Play application and wait until you see the 2 buttons. Press the following buttons at the same time to open up the Rosalina menu. We have to press the left shoulder button along with the D-pad down and finally the select button. So 3 buttons at the same time to open the Rosalina menu. Select the MISC options and switch the hb.title to the current app. Press B to continue, and then press B again to return to the Rosalina menu, and press B to exit the Rosalina menu. Then press Home, then close the Download Play application. Launch the Download Play application again and your device should load the Homebrew launcher. Launch the CTR No Time offset from the list of Homebrew and press A to set the offset to 0. Press Start to return to the Homebrew launcher, then launch FBI from the list of Homebrew. We will now install the CIAs that we copied over to our SD card, so navigate to the SD folder, go under the CIAS folder, select Current Directory, and then select the Install and Delete All CIAs option, then press A to confirm. Press the Home button, then close the Download Play application. Launch the DSP1 application. Once it's completed, press B to self-delete the app and return to the Home menu. Power off your device and launch God Mode 9 by holding Start during the boot. If you are prompted to create an Essential Files backup, press A to do so, then press A to continue once it has been completed. If you are prompted to fix the RTC date and time, press A to do so, then set the date and time, then press A to continue. The Home button to bring up the action menu, select Scripts, then select GM9 Megascript, then select Scripts from Playlist Guide. Next select Setup Luma 3DS to CTR NAND. When prompted, press A to proceed and then press A to unlock sys NAND level 1 writing, then input the key combo given. Press A to continue. Moving on to cleaning up our SD card, select Clean Up SD Card. When prompted, press A to proceed, then press A to continue, then press B to return to the main menu. And now for the final section of this whole setup, we will back up our essential files. So select Backup Options, then select SYSNAND Backup, press A to confirm. This process will take some time, so be patient. Once it's finished, press A to continue, then press B to return to the main menu, then select Exit. Press A to relock write permissions if prompted, then navigate to M Memory Virtual. Press A to boot9.bin to select it, then select copy to 0:/gm9/out. Press A to continue, then press Home button to bring up the action menu, then select Power Off System to power off your device. We will now insert our SD card to our computer one final time. In our SD card drive, we're going to go into the GM9 folder and go into the Out folder. Copy those 4 files in a safe location on your PC. Once the copy is finished, delete the .bin file along with the .bin.sha file. Return your SD card to your device and power it back on. Congratulations, you will now boot Luma 3DS custom firmware SysNAND by default. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was a really long one. It took me a lot of time to put together, and I'm so happy to bring this video for you guys. And make sure to follow the Nintendo 3DS or 2DS XL playlist in the description down below. I will be uploading all sorts of different homebrew videos for these consoles. I'm so excited, and there's going to be new content coming up here in the next several weeks. So make sure to tune in and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video in the future. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.